Aloha, guys. 8 years ago today, May 8th, I was in the midst of my second nervous breakdown within the course of a year, and I was broken. I was terrified. On this day, I was on my way to a therapy session, and I put on a talk that my therapist had told me to listen to by Brene Brown, entitled "The Power of Vulnerability." The entire talk was amazing, but there was this one particular part that really struck me, and that was when she was speaking about how we all have aspects of our lives, bad parts that we don't want to feel, we don't want to remember, and we try to numb them. But the problem is we can't selectively numb. So when we numb the bad parts, we also numb the good parts. And this really hit me because I had felt so numb for many years. So as I entered the therapy session that day, the thought was floating in my mind to speak the thing I'd never spoken, the thing I'd been holding inside for 22 years. And I finally worked up the courage to reveal that I was sexually abused as a child for 7 years. This began an incredible physiological, mental, emotional, spiritual upheaval that has since changed every single aspect of my life. Soon after that first disclosure, I went to a beach and ceremonially burned some artifacts that were connected to my abuser. And I remember staring into the flames and speaking to him. I burn away your lies, your perversion, and your manipulation. And somehow I'm going to turn your wrong into a right. 8 years later, here I stand, free, and able to play even a small role in helping other people heal from the pain and trauma in their own lives. I'm infinitely grateful for my healing journey, which of course continues today. If you have something locked inside of you, something that happened to you, which you've never been able to speak of, you're not alone. Your timeline is your own, and you can only speak about it when you're ready. But please be open to allowing that day to arrive. Because in my experience, true healing can only begin once we stop holding it all inside. When that day arrives, remember that, unfortunately and fortunately, millions of people have been through something similar to what you have been through. And it's the sharing of our stories that plays a huge role in the healing journey. And once you're able to start speaking the truth about what happened to you, do not stop. Never let it go back inside. Because every single time you speak it, another part of you heals. And you play a role in someone else's healing, someone else who feels alone. To all of my fellow survivors of child abuse, we stand together. To all of my fellow survivors of any pain or trauma, we stand together. To the darkness and silence, we must bring light and sound. Healing is real, and it's waiting for us all. All my love. Aloha.